Honestly, I wanted to do that show, musical and showing clothes, also speaking about fashion. I wrote the story, but I am not a writer. So what did I think? The most easy way is to speak about how I became fashion designer, a little story like that about myself that I know the best.
When you were at school, you had a teacher that was the opposite of inspirational, but yet...
Definitely, because I was not good in football. I was rejected by the other children, you know. One day I saw Folie Bergère at the TV. I was 9 years old. I sketched a girl with the feathers, with the ostrich feather, diamantine, and etc. fishnet. And the teacher saw it, and she wanted to punish me. So she made me to stand out, and she put on my back, you know, like one the paper, my drawing. So there they say, oh good, oh, make me a drawing, make me a drawing. So it's like that I understood that by doing drawing, I should be accepted.
Very early on, you chose models of all shapes, all sizes, all nationalities.
Yeah.
Do you feel that the fashion industry is just catching up with you now?
I loved at the beginning, you know, already people that were a little different. So I could love like the very beauty classical, but also some that were with color of hair very different, some characteristic, a nose which is broken nose can be beautiful. You know, I love to show that also because it exists and it's beautiful.
Strike a pose.
One of the key things that happened to you was designing Madonna's Blonde Ambition. You actually did 358 outfits for that tour. How did you do that?
It was for all the tours, the dancers, etc. You know, I loved her because she was like a strong woman, you know, like a macho woman, using of the conic bra that I did first for my teddy bear, but using that body like that, like an armure, not like something like erotic and sensual. No, no, no. More like offensive, you know, like a provocation, mixed with a man's suit, you know. The women that were strong. There were always women that were strong, but it was not showing and it was not official. Now I think it's everywhere that you know that women are stronger than men.
Florence Pugh has just been at a Valentino show with a sheer dress on. You could see her nipples. And she was getting a lot of heat for that. You know, are we becoming more prudish?
I think it's going back, you see, on a little, it is even worse because there is like the reaction about abortion, you know, the things that go, things that have been like liberated and now that going back to more like a strict and the society apparently is divided.
Also, I think the interesting thing is that body shaming is a thing. And then, in fact, you, by championing all different shapes and sizes for so many years, body shaming is a very sad thing online, isn't it?
If you look at it in a very more pure view, you can see beauty everywhere. I think that there is beautiful women with a lot of curves. And I remember that in the 70s, in London, there was a girl with a big, strong makeup, red hair, and like with the curves like that they were showing, you know, in a black dress, but it was fantastic. I love that, the ones that assume their difference. Viva la différence. To be honest, I felt so much better in London than when I was in Paris, where you have to be chic, and what is chic, and you know, that kind of thing.
Do you still feel that sometimes?
Oh yes, I prefer here. When you have a queen that have all the rainbow colors, you know, of each of her clothes, you know, it's fabulous. You know, already she represents that extravaganza, English, and yes, which I admire and I am fascinated by.
And now when you look at someone like Harry Styles wearing skirts, I mean, you were way ahead on that as well. I mean, men wearing, obviously, kilts in Scotland, but all over the place, men wear sarongs and so forth. And it wasn't about gender, was it?
It was not about gender. Yes, in some way it is about gender, but at the same time it's mean like, because clothes are not the gender is in your head. Because I have been very influenced in my adolescence, you know, by English rock stars like David Bowie, for example. All that give me, after the fact that yes, the man can also be like a male object.
So you don't design now, but what you do is you appoint a designer each year to do an interpretation. You've just done the Rousting one. And what was lovely at the end, you both walked out onto the balcony and acknowledged the people in the street.
Yes, because I like, I think that fashion is can be everywhere, and also people that cannot be part and see a fashion show, it's good that they can see it. Music and everything mixed together. For me, is that, it's life, it's a mix of everything. But I like show and like to dream. I like to make dream and they come true in some way.
And no reprise of Eurotrash? You wouldn't do Eurotrash again?
No, I am too old for that now. And Antoine, no, he's still young. Hello, my friend. It's me again, Paul Gaultier. And this is me too. When he asked me to do it, I said, no, I cannot play. He said, don't play, be yourself.
Jean-Paul Gaultier, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure.